104.7 The Cave, Mike the Intern on the phone with probably one of the most lovely guys in the entire world. And even though we've never met face to face, it's just because his name is Mike. Mike Wanchic, guitar player for John Mellencamp, are actually going to be in town on April 9th, Juanita K. Hammons Hall for the Performing Arts, the live and in-person tour. Mike, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule. I know you guys are really excited about this tour. Very excited to see you again. What's it like on the road with John?
Oh my goodness! There's a general. Let's see here. Well, I can tell you this. It's morphed over the years.
It as people change. I'm sure the relationships change too. You know what I mean? I get that 110%.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we started together when we were 24 years old.
Yeah.
And needless to say, I'm a little older than that now, and. It's been a long, interesting road. 23 records later. World tours starting from zero, all the way through Madison Square Garden and places like that. It's been an interesting journey, and it's interesting on this backside of it as well because now we're no longer concerned. That we're trying to target hit records. Now it's more about the art and. At the same time serving everybody in that audience that has great memories tied to songs, because I do too. You do too. I mean, music is one of those things we benchmark our lives with. And to be respectful to our audience, we want to make sure we satisfy all those people. When I go see somebody like Neil Young, I want to hear what I want to hear.
Yeah.
And so you've got to, there's multiple touch points that one has to satisfy, to make a great show. And I think we've really nailed it on this one. And I think everyone should, come out and check it out. You'll hear every aspect of Mellencamp that you really love.
You said something that I've been starting to see and believe, and that is with the younger generation of kids, because of TikTok and YouTube and all this stuff. They're hearing this music for the first time. They don't care it came out in 1985. They don't care if it came out in 1994. To them, it's brand new. And so what you said about not really being concerned with the chart position and how many you sell anymore, it's more about the art. I think there's a validity in that because these kids now, it's not about years anymore. Like, they'll hear a record from 1971 and think it's brand new to them, and you're like, well, no, dude, that's Black Sabbath. You know what I mean? But to them, it does not matter, which I think is great because it's good and bad. The bad part of that is there's not a lot of new bands coming up with good stuff. But the good part is we have so much rich music and history over the last 100+ years that kids are now just starting to identify with because they're coming into, being teenagers or young adulthood or whatever. And then for whatever reason, songs like Jack and Diane identify with them and they're like, oh my God, this is great, but it's, new to them. So it doesn't matter what year it came out. So I think that's also important too. Last time, I believe the last time Mellencamp was in town at Juanita K, he was touring with the Aerostar in the back, had it set up like he was camping. Do you get to go hang out in that thing or what?
No, it's the last place I want to hang out.
I love it. That's so good. So you talk about you guys have worked together for a very, very long time, and you've pretty much been along for the ride. Do you still get that it's a camaraderie, that magic? You know what I mean? Even though you've played these songs more times than you can count, those points during songs where he does something or you do something that you guys love, and the audience might not even know what's going on. Do you guys still have that camaraderie?
Oh my God, yes. I mean, the whole thing is when we're on stage, you have to be 110% paying attention because you're not sure where this is going to go. I mean, John, may just like be rolling along on the far side of the stage and just skip a verse, just incidentally, and the whole band has to be completely aware because we're making that move on the fly. That's the beauty of like a long-term band. We're an organism, and it's like being a pro football player. You can look at the guys on the bus next to you and go, I really don't care for you. But when you hit that field, it's a team effort, and you've got to have your game face on. And I feel the same way as, before the curtain rises every night. It's like you never know when your last one's going to be, so you got to give it your all.
That's a great way to put it, man, and I think a good way to end it. You never know when the last time you're going to see John Mellencamp and Mike in town are going to be, so don't miss out on this one. They're in town, live and in person, April 9th. You can get your tickets right now, concert section online, 1047thecave.com. Mike, thank you so much for the conversation this morning, and we will see you in a couple weeks, sir.
Same to you, Mike. Take care of yourselves.